Hi, my name is Yasemin, and I would like to talk to you about my spring-summer sewing plans today. I don't really have a plan yet, so we're going to take a look at my Pinterest boards and decide what I've been thinking about making. And I'm going to talk about the knit and crochet projects on another video, I think. So let's start. I wanted to make this video because I have a problem following the plans that I make. And I decide really quickly to make something and I start the project. That because I am deciding really fast and I'm not really planning on anything. I cut things without thinking. I use the fabric I have that does not really fit the project. And so the end product either does not end up being finished at all, there is no end product. If something doesn't go the way that I want, I will just put it in the sewing drawer and ignore it for years and years and years. Not that it happens a lot. It does happen a lot. But the other thing, I will make the product and I will realize that either I got influenced to make that and it is not something that I really like or I would wear in real life, or it's just because I was trying to make it really fast. The sewing job is extremely bad. Like when I'm making stuff for customers or anyone else other than me, I take a lot of time to make things really properly. I will fix things. I won't think, we'll just work with this. No. And I won't feel bad about it either. Like if I have to rip a seam or cut something again, if I'm making it for another person, it never bothers me for some reason. But whenever I'm making stuff for myself, I'm just thinking about time and waste and my fabric stash all the time. So I thought if I planned and made this video, and if anybody sees this, I'm going to feel obligated to actually follow this. Hopefully, at the end of this spring summer season, I will complete all of my plans and I will have a good wardrobe to wear out my, right now, I have a really nice size wardrobe. The problem is that I don't like any of them or they don't fit my life at the moment. So for me, when I was going to university and stuff, I really liked wearing shorts, blazers, stuff that people in real life don't wear unless they work in an office. And that's what I wore. But now I'm mostly working on my computer for my job, or I'm working with the sewing machine, sitting at my bed, crocheting and knitting. So it just doesn't make sense to have those type of clothing anymore. So I would like to make stuff that fits my current life. I will keep what I have. I don't have a lot anyways, so I'm not going to do like a big unhaul or something. I don't like those type of videos, honestly. I mean, if you do it once, I understand. You have to do it like every couple of years. But I don't want to be in the position to just get stuff or make stuff and then just get rid of all the time. I just want to stop making things I regret and I have to get rid of them, but then I feel bad about them. So I don't get rid of them, and so they're just there wasting space. And I'm trying to eliminate all of those clothing that I've already made. So I think I will get through my wardrobe, and in a video I will look at stuff that I made years and years ago and what I wore, what I didn't wear. I intend to not let go of things that I make. It's so much easier for me to get rid of things that I bought, but I don't want to get rid of things I make. So even though some of them I never wore them, I wore them once or twice and I made myself wear them just because I felt bad. But yes, I will I think I will thrift flip all the things that I've made somehow. So that's going to be another video. Let's actually get started with what I want to make. So let's go into what I want to make, and I can show it here. Number one is I want long sleeve t-shirts. I already have short sleeve t-shirts, but I don't have enough long sleeve ones. As in, I have two. One kind of loose, and one is a tighter fit. The loose one is, I can only wear that one if I'm wearing it alone. It doesn't really fit inside something else. And the tighter one I made last year, and it's my favorite t-shirt. That is the only thing that I wore all year. I live in a warmer climate. We get like 2 months a year that I can wear sweaters, even though I make a lot of sweaters. Whatever. I do wear them other times, like as jackets, but I'm talking about like actual winter. And I have to wear something inside them just because everywhere I go is air conditioned. So it just doesn't make sense for me to wear sweaters inside. I need something underneath so I can just take off my sweaters. And so I've used this one all year, and I wanted to make another one. I already went fabric shopping. There's this one place that I go to, especially for knitted fabrics. They sell factory leftovers, and they're actually leftovers. They're not like cutting up the pieces when I want them. I just find there are like boxes, like really huge boxes and crates, and you just have to like swim through them to find what you want. And you will find like 1 meter to 2 meter pieces with holes in them, but it is extremely cheap, so I do shop there a lot. And they usually have, for some reason, I don't know why, only knitted fabrics. So I think they're sourcing their fabrics from t-shirt factories or something like that. The t-shirt that I made last year was made from a fabric that I bought there, so I was hoping that I was going to find another piece of that exact fabric, which would give me the same t-shirt again. So I don't know why that was my plan, because why do I need the same t-shirt twice? But I ended up not finding it because it's been a year. It's pieces of fabric, like it's not gonna be there obviously. So I found this other fabric, and sometimes when they have bigger pieces, they will like tie them up. They will fold them and tie them up, and you cannot open the fabrics before buying it. So they will have like random holes. You don't know how many meters you're going to get. But again, it is worth it because of the price for me. So I bought this one fabric. I will show it here. I hold it. I was like feeling it with my fingers, and I accidentally hold it double. So I thought it was a thicker fabric. It was not. It is actually see-through and kind of like variegated. It's kind of hard to show, but I will try. With my pattern being like kind of wide necked and using that fabric, I think I'm going to get something really similar to this one top that I've been seeing fashion YouTubers talking about, like it being trending, which wasn't my plan. But I think I'm going to get something similar. I think it's called like, it's that one brand, like Intimissimi. So I think it's going to be really similar to that one. But yeah, I'm going to make that t-shirt. And I also bought this blue fabric. That is the same fabric from the original t-shirt. And I'm going to make the looser t-shirt with that one. So I'm going to make a loose t-shirt with that one. And so that was my first... that's my first project that I have in mind, and I'm going to get to it really soon. So the second one is this exact like t-shirt top with a keyhole and a tie. I already have a jersey fabric that I bought from the same place that I buy my t-shirt fabrics from, and I'm going to make that one. Again, this is a definite, I will be making this. I think it's going to be rather easy. I'm going to use a t-shirt that I have as a pattern. And yeah, I don't think that's going to be hard. So I can make that. I've been wanting to make blouses that is like as comfortable as a t-shirt, but has something more to it, you know? I don't really like wearing straight up t-shirts. I would like to add something to it. So that is the one that I'm going to make. My third one, I don't really have a like example for this. I'm just gonna make shorts. I'm going to cut some of my pants because I don't want to wear them as pants anymore. I have these two pants that I bought years ago and I have been wearing them constantly, but because how short they are as pants, I can only wear them in spring and I think I don't like that fit anymore. So I'm going to cut them to capris right between my ankle and my knee first and see how that looks. And if I don't like it, I'm just going to make them into shorts. That's a really easy project. And I also want to make pants for myself, but it's not a priority. I don't really need it. I do prefer jeans and jorts. I will never understand the jort hate. But again, I already have some bottoms and I really hate bottoms. Making bottoms. I want like fitted pants, but I don't really want to sew zipper to a pant. Like I don't really want to do that. I am okay with making pajama bottoms or like elastic shorts, but I don't want to work and do the zippers, honestly. So I've been avoiding that and I don't have a pattern that I like. And I also don't have the fabric for it anyways, because again, most of my fabrics are knits. But you know, if I find a good fabric, I will make one. So I just remembered this one piece that I wanted to make like for years. It is like this dress by the brand that I don't remember the name of. But I was going to make that dress. I happened to find the fabric at like a flea market. I bought it. I was hopeful about it. And then I started shirring. And let me tell you, I hate shirring. At least like long panels. And the elastic thread that I was using was not stretchy enough. It wasn't holding itself very good. It was really thin. It didn't work. It didn't scrunch up as much as I wanted. So I got discouraged and I just stopped doing it. It's been like at the sewing jail, my sewing drawer that I call the sewing jail, for like 3 years now. So I think I'm going to find the will in myself to finish that dress finally this year. I found this like lingerie type elastic. It is really thin and soft, so it wouldn't really bother if it touched my skin at the fabric store that I go to. And I bought like a lot of it. Again, I buy them in kilos, so it doesn't really cost much for me. I think instead of shirring and using a shirring thread, I'm going to use that elastic. I will stretch the elastic, sew like a normal straight seam, and then that's going to be my faux shirring. And you won't be able to tell it from outside, but I will know. And I'm not going to bother make a lining, I don't think. I might, but I don't think I will. Let's be honest. I am looking at my computer if you're wondering why I'm looking down. But yes, what else do I... Oh, I just remembered. So last year, another long-term project. For no reason, it didn't have to be this long to make me for me to complete it. But last year I was going to go to a wedding and I wanted to make this corset dress that I saw from this one brand. Again, I'm not good with names, I will put it here. And I waited so long to make that dress that the brand stopped production, I think. But yeah, I started drafting it, I made my tool, and you know, I made my pattern and I was really happy with the pattern. And then as soon as I was ready to cut my actual fabric, my sewing machine decided to not work. So there was this like 3-4 month period that I did not have my sewing machine, and like the people I sent to fix it, they just didn't want to fix it, I guess. But yes, it was like 4 months without any sewing, and I couldn't actually make a dress for that wedding. And then I didn't really have a reason to finish it anyways. But I really want to make a corset top. I used the fabric that I was planning to use for something else. I made these bags out of it, but I have some left. And I think I might have enough left for a mini skirt also. So I'm either going to use that fabric or this one red jean fabric that I have. Make a tie back, you know, very not traditional, but you know, a corset. And I have also this one dress that I cut years ago, right? And it was really bad decision for me to cut that dress. It's from a magazine, like the pattern is from a magazine, and I don't know what you call it, like it's like a lip. What do you call it? I hate it. I hate that type of neckline. I don't know why I cut that kind of neckline for myself. I can't even speak. I hate it for myself. And that dress was made from a stretchy jean. Also, it is a darker fabric with some type of pattern that doesn't really show. If you know, I think it might show in camera, but it doesn't really show in my life. So I think I might use that and make another corset that has, because it's stretch, I think I can just, instead of ties, I think I can make it a zipper bag. I think what I'm going to do is that I have a pattern for, I have this another free pattern that I got. I will put it here. I love free patterns and I like to test them a lot, so I make a lot of them. But since then I have made a bra, and the bra has bra cups, so I'm going to use those cups and make a strapless corset with that black stretchy jean fabric and make it a zipper bag. So it is not on my priority list. I'm definitely making the t-shirts and the keyhole top. The corsets, there is no urgency for me to do them, but maybe I'll get to it. They are easier to sew because they're not stretchy. So sometimes my machine is really temperamental. And so sometimes it doesn't want to sew. And most of the time it doesn't really want to sew stretchy fabric like knits. It's fine with woven fabric that has stretch to it, but it does not like knits. And so if it decides that it can sew knits for a while, then I will make the corsets just to feel better. I love my machine. I don't want to say anything because when it broke last year, it was hell. You know what? I think that's all. No. I have two more things. My next item is a bag. Actually, two bags, I think. One of them is something that I already made before, which is my bow bag pattern. I think I might make a sewing pattern for this bag. It is a really easy bag, and maybe I will make it free because I do love free patterns. I am just starting to make crochet patterns, so maybe I will do sewing as well. But I made this bag in a black pleather last year. It was one of my prototypes, and because it was the first one I made, I decided to have it myself. That was the only bag that I used since the day that I made it. I've never made a pattern that was more functional, I think. I just love that bag. I use it every day. And then the other day my grandmother came to visit, and she saw me using it and she asked for one, and I thought I had like two more, but apparently I cut it and did not sew it. So at this point I already agreed, so I had to give my own bag to her, which is fine. But the thing is, I've been trying to use other bags since then, and it's just I don't have another black bag. And it's been a problem for me because I use mostly black accessories almost every day. I'm going to make another black one. I already cut it, so it's not going to be a problem. I also need to make more for my business. So I have some, again, cut up, but I didn't need it and I only just sold the ones that I have. So I'm going to make those. So the other bag is hopefully is going to be a fun bag, which I intend to make a lot of functional items. And I know what colors I like, what colors I don't like. I know that I don't like bigger, bolder patterns and bolder colors also. So a lot of things on my wardrobe ends up being quite boring. And I want to spice things up a little bit without making things that I'm not going to use. I figured the easiest way to make a fun item in different colors will be in terms of accessories. So I am designing a new bag pattern and I think I might make a pattern for it to sell. I think it's going to be interesting. I already come up with the shape, but I have not yet started. I'm going to use this one yellow fabric. I don't wear yellow. I don't know why I bought that fabric. Well, I know why I bought that fabric because it was from that really cheap fabric by kilos place, and I just didn't think that I never wore yellow. The color that I definitely won't wear like at all is orange. I don't like orange on myself. I have like so much of that yellow fabric. I don't think it's going to, I don't think like even if I make that bag and sell a lot of bags, I think I'm still going to have a lot of that yellow fabric. So I might make a skirt. So it could be like a promotional photo thing also, skirt. Just because it's a skirt and not close to my face, I think I can get away with wearing it. I don't think that I would hate it that much. But I'm going to make a bag out of that fabric. And I am really hopeful about the shape. I think it's an interesting bag. And I haven't seen, I've looked on Pinterest, I've looked on Etsy. I don't think that I've seen something that is kind of close to what I have in mind. I think that will be an interesting piece, especially like considering all the items that I sell are usually very functional. Like I think they're pretty, I use them a lot. I don't sell stuff that I don't use or my mother doesn't use because sometimes maybe I don't like the color, but I have made it because my mom likes it or my mom made it and we sell those too. But other than me and my mom, we don't make things that we don't like and try to sell it just because we've seen somebody else sell it. But yes. So the next item and the last item on my list is this jacket. I already bought the pattern. I do love a free pattern, but it was on sale and I ended up buying it. Etsy already has all of my credit card information, so that was an impulse decision. But I do love this creator, so I'm happy about it. I was going to make this jacket in winter and that did not end up happening. I don't have a fabric that fit this, and I'm really trying to use what I have. I'm trying not to buy anything new these days. But I saw Sew with Wendy, or I'm not sure about her YouTube name, like with Wendy. I'm not sure about her YouTube name. I think it's with Wendy. Her name is Wendy. Okay, I will put her channel here. She made these one of them is jean jacket for her child. And she made both. One of them was quilted. And I loved those jackets. And what I have is, like I said, I cut my jeans shorter usually when I don't want to wear them as longer jeans anymore. I make them into shorts and I keep those scraps. I have like a bunch of, and I cut my sister's jeans, I cut my mother's jeans, I cut my aunt and my grandmother's jeans. I sew things for everybody in my family. But yes, I keep them and I have a lot of jean scraps that I did not want to get rid of before. So what I'm thinking is that I'm going to make a patchwork jean jacket. This This pattern has like a couple of style options. You can make a list, but I am interested in the jacket version. So I think I'm going to patchwork those and either use a zipper or use what Sew It Wendy use and do one of those like button things that I don't know the name of. I'm sorry. But I think those look incredible on her jacket, the one she made. And I wouldn't need to buy anything new. So that's why I actually want to make this, because if I'm using a zipper, I'm going to need to buy a zipper. If I use a button, I'm going to need to buy one. Not one, multiple ones. Yes, so I think that would be interesting. Again, this is not in a hurry. This is more of a fall project actually, but I already have the pattern. I will be making it, so I wanted to mention it in this video. So yes, I think the sun has been betraying me this whole video, so I hope that is not that bad. So that was it. That's all the plans that I have for this spring summer season. Some of them I probably won't be end up doing it, but it is not important. I am not in a hurry. The whole point of this planning session was to make sure that I know what I want and what I'm going to spend my time making when I do have the time. I don't want to get influenced or get hyped on something that I don't want or don't usually use. I think a lot of them are really pretty, don't get me wrong, but just because they are pretty clothing does not mean that I am comfortable wearing them or I want to make them. So I think this planning session is going to help me achieve my best sewing year yet. If I don't end up making some of them, that is also fine. I have a lot of knit and crochet plans also. Not so much crochet because I have hurt my wrist and I've been trying to not crochet as much as possible, and when I do, I make stuff to sell. So we'll see. I have a lot of plans. I hope I get through them. Thanks for watching this video. Please like and subscribe and tell me in the comments what you are planning on making for spring summer season, and if you are a planning person in the first place, maybe you wing it and it works out great every time. I don't know. But again, thanks for watching. Bye.